name is Subbu. I am the founder of Fermbox Bio. I've been a biotech entrepreneur since 2000. I built a company and sold it 3 years ago to an Indian pharmaceutical company, and now it's called Laurus Bio. You'd be wondering, I've been listening to a lot of the sessions here about AI and many things else. I'm very happy to talk about bio, and of course my other colleagues also will do that. Can you please start? So what I have is a video so that it times very well and ends exactly at 8 minutes 40 seconds. Can you please play? So I'm here to talk to you about a story that resonates with all of us. From the food we eat, the clothes you're wearing, the polish on your shoes, the rocks, everything is about the carbon story. And somehow, this story has been pieced together over the ages in a continuous cycle. It has moved from oceans to plants, to the air, back to earth and the rocks. And earth is simply amazing. As you know, it's at the right place at the right time, and it's created these huge sinks. The oceans, the forests, the petrochemical reserves, they're all sinks that held carbon for years. Nature also contributes some of it in volcanoes, animals, the living. And then this cycle was very stable for many, many, many years, millennia. Not until the second industrial revolution when we tipped the balance. We tipped the balance and we tipped it really fast. Now, man's greed for oil is making us dig the deepest wells. Some of them are really deep. All to move, to energize, to eat, to live. To be honest, we are really liberators. We are setting carbon free. Even to be here, to have the rasgullas or the rasmalais, we are letting it free like never before. And when you step back and think, can this be addressed? We are all worried about the crude prices. But the true cost of oil is not the cost of barrel. It's the ice cover we are losing, the barren parched land, the forest fires. But we in our cities dearly don't care about it because they're sufficient. How many of you know that you can't even grow rice or wheat or anything without having to put fossil fuels into it in the form of urea or DAP? We are done unless we mimic nature, unless we do it at a massive scale. What about the future? We're all concerned about leaving something for next generation, but we are in trouble now. But we can change this by using precision fermentation. Fermentation like you use making beer or alcohol or anything else. We could use this liberated carbon and make almost anything. Trust me, anything. If I missed a few in this list, you can fill it up. And we can actually use fermentation, the carbon that we have liberated, to put it back into products we need. But mind you, this is still a good business, because any investor looking at it will know that the need for these products will come overnight. Maybe geopolitics, maybe climate change, maybe anything else. Till now, we've been working with industries like sugar mills, which made sugar and made ethanol, but you could add the fermentation, co-locate, connect it to the same loop, and we can use some of these side streams to make what we need and don't have to dig those deep wells. And I think that's where there is a need for biotech to reach out with traditional industries and build these kind of solutions. We are a biotech research and manufacturing company, and I sometimes tell people, what do? We look at living bugs like bacteria, yeast, or fungi, and we make them superbugs like Spider-Man. We play with their genes, we edit them to be able to make products which we currently source from plants, animals, or harsh chemistry. By doing this, you don't need to rely on traditional supply chains. I just heard the previous speaker talk about sending food to space. This is one such way we could do that. We could use resources in space in small modules, miniaturize this to produce whatever you need, including clothes. For long, we've been struggling in Delhi about carbon burning, stubble burning. That's a lot of carbon. That could be reused and sugars can be harvested from there to make other materials. So we made first of its kind enzyme in India, competing with global multinationals to help India to produce 2G ethanol. And the same sugars can be used to make other products. To do this, we need two core capabilities in a company. The biofoundry, where most of you know in the lab, people wearing white coats, looking under the microscope, making these superbugs or bugs which can produce products, and then real engineering, putting steel on the ground and manufacturing. Anything in biotech, whether it's your vaccine or it's the food you eat, has to be a physical product. You cannot separate the science from manufacturing. How do we do this? We take the gene of interest, put it into an organism, and brew it like beer, and you make a whole lot of things. As a company, we are focusing on 3 segments: industrial, cosmeceutics, colors and dyes. And trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg. Why have we chosen this industry? Is simply because it's viable now. Because we don't think that you should make sustainable products which are too expensive and you won't buy. So you need to pick products which are viable based on today's engineering constraints. Over time, we are releasing products once every year. In fact, we released our 3rd product now. These are the first 2. The first one is to produce biomass sugars, harvesting that and making ethanol, and the same sugars to make other products. And then we made this biohexanol, which smells like freshly cut grass. It's in your soaps, it's in your tomato sauce, it's in your perfumes, but it comes from mint or chemistry. Our business model is quite simple. We use precision biotechnology tools. We are a B2B company. We focus on 3 core segments, and we are asset light. We are looking at co-locating our facilities in sugar mills and distilleries where biotech never went before. In a sense, India is really primed given the amount of biomass we have. Our manufacturing plants are mostly collaborative. We are building one plant in Assam next to Numaligarh refineries because they need a lot of enzyme and they have all the other resources we need. The capex goes down, the opex goes down, no shipping. And then there are many other family businesses who are agri-centered, and we use their raw materials to make more. I think the key is not if we can do the most expensive product. We need to make products which can solve for 1 billion people, and we are doing this out of India because we are cost competitive. So the world is just for the taking. It's just been 3 years, and we have proven that biotech need not be a 10-year journey. In 3 years, we made and built and delivered the product. We've been listed as the top 25 clean tech companies in Asia Pac and also among the top 100 desi companies. We believe that innovation just spurts open when the environment is right. And what's this environment we're talking about for biotechnology? Historically, we have seen eras of innovation have a certain commonness to it. The commonness is about good governance, access to capital, stable environment like security, and some audacious entrepreneurship. We believe that time is now. I think our youth, our teams, our investors, and the Bio E3 policy and the support from the government on RDI has just made that. We think that the future is not about burning fuel, but brewing the future. Brewing the future to make our daily lives. You can do AI, you can do IT. Be my guest. You still need to eat, you need to wear your clothes, and that can't come by putting apps in the cloud. It has to happen on the ground, and that's why investment in this area is important. We really believe that the time is now, and no country, no state, no region can ignore this bio-revolution. It's true, we missed what they call the manufacturing era from agriculture to services, but if we miss the bio, we are going to be playing catch up for the next 100 years. This next 100 years is the era of biotech. And trust me that India can be right up in front thanks to the recent RDI kind of funding, because that was the only thing that stopped us from becoming global ventures. Thank you very much.